And the next match coming up will be the final match of this afternoon/evening. It will be the men's doubles with Angga Pratama and Ricky Suwardi from Indonesia against Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart from Singapore. And it will be the second appearance. Let's see if Bawa Chrisnanta is over the defeat in the first match of this afternoon, the mixed doubles, where he lost with his partner, Vanessa Neal.
Umpire from Iran, H. Mohammed Hassan.
發球裁判係嚟自日本嘅麥卡塔烏諾。
Service judge from Japan, Makota Ueno.
運動員係嚟自印尼嘅普拉塔馬卡蘭達，同埋嚟自新加坡嘅克里斯蘭塔奇亞加特。
Players from Indonesia, Angga Pratama and Ricky Karanda Suwardi. Players from Singapore, Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart.
Yes, and we are ready for this final match of the day, the men's doubles. And for the second time, we will see Bawa Chrisnanta from Singapore, featuring in the mixed doubles and today's men's doubles. And here we have the road to the final. And it has been a very, very impressive performance by the two Indonesians. I think they had a very hard fight yesterday in the semi-final against Chen Hongling and Wang Qilin of Chinese Taipei, losing the first game 21-19, then winning 21-16, 21-19. But apart from that, they won all their matches in 2 straight games. And for their opponent, Chrisnanta and Triyachart, yesterday we saw them beat another Indonesian pair, Wahyu Nayaka and Adi Youssef, winning 21-19 in the third game. So that was a close match as well. the Singaporeans have had to work harder to get to the final in their previous matches, but I think we have a very nice final in front of us here. Looking forward to seeing it. And to carry on, I can tell you that the Indonesians in the picture has only played one previous tournament, and that was in Hong Kong last week, where they lost the first round, and that obviously is not very impressive. They have a seeding that's because of notional points, but they have no win-loss careers, anything. They only played last weekend, last week in Hong Kong, lost the first round, but they lost to Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Young-sung from Korea. But here, this is the score, 22-20, 25-23. I think that was an awesome performance. Here we have the umpire, Hassan, from Iran, and then his service judge, Makoto Ueno of Japan. But we will get much more into that a little bit later. I've got lots of stats and info I can give you as we go along with these two pairs. And I can say that Chrisnanta and Triyachart is presently ranked at 27 in the world, and that's actually also their highest ever ranking in the world. They won the Commonwealth Games silver medal
on my right, Bawa
Glasgow
Chrisnanta and
August
Chayut
this year.
Triyachart, Singapore.
But we will come back to all
And
that
on my
a little
left,
bit later.
Angga Pratama and Karanda Suwardi, Indonesia. Chayut Triyachart to serve to Karanda Suwardi. Lowell, play. One, love. Service over. 1-all.
Pratama serving here has obviously a long history in the men's doubles,
Service over.
despite that he's just turning 23 next month. He has been as high as 7 on the world ranking, and that was with his former partner, Saputra, and that was in April this year, all the way up to number 7 in the world. They won the SEA Games in 2013, that's the Southeast Asian Games. And they won the Indonesian Grand Prix Gold, that was also in 13. They won the New Zealand Grand Prix Gold, they won the Australian Grand Prix Gold, and that was all tournaments in 2013. Him and his partner, Saputra, have had lots and lots of good wins and victories against the very best players in the world. So now there's a change of partnership. And what a start they had the other week in Hong Kong, losing so narrowly to the world number ones, Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Young-sung.
Service over. 3-5. Service over. 6-3.
And one of the interesting things, of course, will be whether Danny Chrisnanta can put behind him the disappointment of not winning the mixed doubles in the first match today.
Service over. 4-6.
A match he lost so narrowly, winning the first game. Sorry, losing the first game 15-12 21, but then they lost. They won that very, very exciting second game where it went all the way to 29 all before they won the last point, the sudden death situation, and won 30-29 to take the match into the deciding game, but lost 22-20.
Service over. 7-5.
So Suwardi is 22 years of age, and with his previous partner, their best ranking was 20 in the world. So it's two players from two different partnerships that's teamed up now, but one managed to get to 7 in the world and the other to 20. So it's a very, very good combination. Looking forward to seeing them much more on this international circuit. Yeah, the string is gone from Chrisnanta, but he's carrying on now. He's changing. Now he's changing. Oh, look at that. That's going wide. What a decision by Triyachart here to leave that one. But that was very well. That was a good chance to take. And it's called out. And it's 10-5 for the Singaporeans. And Chrisnanta played virtually the whole rally with a broken string, but managed to stay in the rally. Really good fighting here by the Singaporeans. Good start, 10-5 up.
Okay. Play. Service over. 6-10.
So the partnership of Chrisnanta and Triyachart has had a very good year this year. As I previously told, they won silver at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow.
11-6. Interval.
But then they have won the Sri Lankan Open Challenge and got to the semi-final of the China Masters Grand Prix Gold. And they won the Malaysian Grand Prix Gold earlier this year. So all results from 2014. They had a good year. But in all honesty, in all fairness, it must be added on to the fact that when they played Hong Kong last week, China the week before, Bitburger in Germany and the World Championship, only one of these tournaments they managed to progress to the second round. Otherwise, they lost the first round. So it's been a little bit up and down for the partnership in 2014.
11-6. Play.
And I'm wondering if we are going to see a more attacking Indonesian combination here, because I think they've been sitting back quite nicely, but it doesn't pay off. They down in the mid-game interval, and it's time to add on the pressure, I think. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's more like it.
8-11.
But I must say that Pratama really kept the Indonesians in that rally. He saved one or two really very good shots from Triyachart.
Service over. 12-8.
Oh, well defended by the Indonesians, but honestly, I don't think that's the way that's playing the Singaporean pair, where they're absolutely best. They love to attack, and especially having the formation of Chrisnanta at the back and Triyachart at the front. Interesting enough, the two players from Singapore are not born in Singapore. Both of them comes from other countries. Chrisnanta is actually born in Indonesia and became a citizen in Singapore in 2013, where Chayut Triyachart is born in Thailand and became a citizen of Singapore in 2010.
Play.
Oh, that's unlucky. What a shot that would have been. The way he was able, Triyachart, to take off the pace of that shot. Try to have a look at it. Oh, that's unlucky. It shows his great skills. So the Indonesians are edging a little bit closer all the time, closing down the gap. Of 11-5 at the interval.
Twelve, 13.
Yeah, that's good play by Triyachart.
Service over.
Wonderful interception, but not only that, the way he managed to drive that cross the body
Pratama.
all the way across there, that's good. And Pratama is really caught on the forehand side of his body. Well played by the Singaporean here, Triyachart. And funnily enough, we haven't seen the same pressure
Yes.
on Chrisnanta's serve as what we saw in the mixed doubles. Seems to be serving much better here in the men's doubles.
Service over. 13-14. All.
So after being trailing this whole game, it's suddenly 14-all. Yeah, that's good.
Service over.
Yes, the service over.
14.
Good call by the line judge, but also good call by the umpire not to overrule it. And it's 15-14, and Chrisnanta to serve.
Play. Danny play. Danny.
So the umpire really wants to have continuous play. The players claiming that the surface is slippery. Oh,
Service over.
curse of the commentator.
15.
Just mentioned that Chrisnanta is not having the same problems with his serve in the men's doubles as what he had in the mixed doubles, but look at that.
That's third. Okay. Service over. 16.
Well, I can only say
15.
that Suwardi is returning the favour. Good serve by Triyachart. I think it's such a shame that there's no follow-up from so beautiful, well-played counter-attacking shots like that one there. If the Singaporeans are just looking up, being a little bit careful, they can see that they don't have to lift these shots. Simply just block them back to the net, they will keep the initiative. The two Indonesians there simply not following up on their quite beautiful, perfect counter-attacking shots. Simply just staying back, so why not? Just block it, get another lift, and go from there. See if we get more examples of that.
Come. Play once we can finish, okay? Don't walk around there.
And I think the umpire is completely correct here. The players are taking too long time between rallies, and he's urging them to be quicker. That's a nice,
17, 16.
very nice flick serve. Not only that, he was completely caught, Triyachart, but he was also called for moving too fast. There was a fault receiver called by the umpire.
Service over. 17.
Perhaps not the time to do that. I think that was very ambitious by Suwardi. Look at that. There was 17-16 up. Now it's 17-all.
18, 17. 19-17. Service over.
Yeah, it's the
18,
same pattern. The
19.
Singaporeans here attacking the whole time. And as you can see, the Indonesians defending, scrambling, getting it back. But mind you, as I've said earlier, I think there is a much, much better way for the Indonesian combination here than what they're doing at the moment. But as I say, that's their choice. It's the choice of the coach and how they want to play.
Service over. 20, game point, 18.
So, 2 game points has arrived for Singapore. And Triyachart is going to serve, which is possibly a blessing in disguise for the Singaporean pair here. First one saved by Suwardi.
19-20. Play.
So pressure on the server here. And that's in. That's in. That's in. So first game goes to Singapore.
Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart, 21-19.
So while we're having this mid-game interval, I can tell you a little bit about the things I've been looking up on these 2 combinations, and one of it is head-to-head, and that's obviously going back to Pratama and Saputra when they played together and got all the way to number 7 on the world ranking, winning lots of tournaments and beating good pairs around the world. But I can understand if they play this defensive, and that's the whole mind of the game, I can understand that they found it very, very difficult to beat. For instance, a pair like the Danish pair, Carsten Mogensen and Mathias Bo, because they love to be on the attack, they want to be on the control, and I could see from the stats that that Indonesian combination has never beaten the Danish.
Ricky. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Second game, low ball, play.
That's short.
Service over. 1, low. Two, low. Service foul call. Service over. 1, 2. Two all.
Good serving here by Chrisnanta.
2.
Sure, he must be very pleased with that. But no, not only that, the third shot interception was very, very good, very sharp. Scored the point straight away. Second flick serve, well saved.
4, 2.
He's on a roll here. 3 points in a row.
5, 2.
Scored on his serve, 2 flick serves and a short serve here. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's actually 5 points in a row.
Six, 2.
And that was one of the first few times when we saw the Indonesians going on attack.
Seven, 2.
Can you believe it? 7 points in a row here. Same server. Danny Chrisnanta. Good serve again. Good attack.
8, 2.
You can't blame him for not having the luck. If we get this in slow motion, you should have a look at that. So, 8-2 up to Singapore.
Service over. 3, 8. Four, 8.
Well, that's two smashes now
8.
from Triyachart. Just the top of the tape, but not coming over. And one smash from Chrisnanta, that's the last 3 points. So instead of 8-2, it's now 8-5.
Out. Service over. 6, 8.
And I must say that was not the best of places for Chayut Triyachart to lie down on the court, because that's one of the places on the court that's been quite slippery all the time.
Okay. Danny play.
Yeah, it's still slippery. I can even see it from up here. Commentator box, if you can call it a box.
Okay, Chayut.
And I think Triyachart is absolutely right in what he's doing.
Danny.
Because the court is slippery and you can see it. You can see it from up here.
Play. Seven, 8.
So the last 5 points now gone the Indonesian way.
All.
And this is much more like it. Good attack by the Indonesians, securing the point. And suddenly, from 8-2 down, it's now 8-all. And everything to play for again.
9-8.
Yeah, that's good aggression, very good aggression by Triyachart here. Look at the way he was storming towards the net. Here we see it, follow up, as what I've just mentioned earlier. I don't see the Indonesians are doing. That follow up was crucial, and it scored the point.
Service over. 10, 9. Service over. 10, all.
That's out.
11, 10, interval.
I must admit, you know, I'm watching a lot of badminton around the world, together with my colleague Julian Clark, and we are sitting here commentating on almost every single tournament. And I am slightly disappointed with the performance of the Indonesians here. I think it was so much more promising when I saw them play in Hong Kong just last week against the world #1 Lee Yong-dae and Yu Yong-sung, losing 22-20, 25-23. That showed so much promise. But this performance here is definitely not up to what I saw in Hong Kong.
Racket. 11, 10, play. Oh! 12, 10. Service over.
Yeah, tried the same thing here.
11.
But this time it did not
12.
work. Suwardi was really covering that one well.
Service over. 13, 11.
Very well defended by Chrisnanta. Saved his partner. Oh, it's going wide. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Service over. 12, 13.
Wonderful saves by the man in the picture. Bawa Chrisnanta. We did not get to see that. That was early in the rally.
Service over.
It's one of his favorite returns from that
12.
service box. He loves to play it into that mid-court area, just like a mixed doubles shot. It's working wonders. Very good decision here, and 14-12 up as they are edging closer and closer to win this second game.
Service over. 13, 14. Out. 14, out. Service over.
And once again, this beautiful follow-up by
15,
Triyachart.
14.
The way he's really approaching that net so quickly. Closing it down, scoring the points. That's what he loves to do.
Service over. 15, all.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, it was so close of going over. Really had to make up his mind, but decided to stay on the Singaporean side.
Service over. 16, 15. No. Play. No play. Play. Play.
So Triyachart was asking the umpire for an opportunity to towel down, but he was refused.
Play.
Continuous play. So it's 16-15 for Singapore.
Out.
He
17,
has really played well
15.
so far in the match. Bawa Chrisnanta, this is good. Once again, very nice interception at the net here. And a 2-point lead.
Service over.
Short of the service line.
16, 17. Fault. Service over. 18, 16. Danny. Play.
Good serving.
I
must admit, I was a little bit scared of Bawa Chrisnanta possibly slipping on the court, how he was moving. That one there, I was scared for that one. He was sort of jumping into that patch on the court. It's been quite slippery. And what he did was a fierce jump into that flat lift, but it paid off, and it's 19-16 for Chrisnanta and Triyachart. Good serve again.
Service over. 17-19. Chayut.
So it's nice to see some urgency in the Indonesian pair. Suwardi really taking initiative here and won the rally in this flat exchange and really moved quickly. Good serve wide. That's a very clever decision.
19.
Very, very clever decision by Suwardi here, serving wide. Such a crucial stage in the match for the Indonesians. That takes guts to do that. Well done. And match point has arrived for Singapore.
20, match point.
20,
19.
match point 19. Oh, that is going wide of that sideline.
Service over. 20 all.
And I even think that Pratama had a broken string. So it's 20 all, and extra points is required.
Play. Angga.
So yet another long break allowed by the umpire here. 20 all, it's crucial.
Play.
Will Singapore be able to close it down, finish the match in 2, or do we have to go into a third and decisive game in this thrilling match? That's well saved, really well saved by Suwardi. Oh, he couldn't get that one back.
Service over.
He saved it so well on 2 or 3 occasions. So, second match point. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a victory for Singapore. 21-19, 22-20 in 43 minutes.
Match won by Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart, 21-19, 22-20.
So Chrisnanta got his victory today. Did not happen in the mixed doubles in the first match of this afternoon, but it happened in the last one here in the men's doubles.
The matches are all concluded. Our award ceremony will begin in a few minutes.
And here we have the confirmation. Straight games, 21-19, 22-20. And I think that was the upset of the day, I must admit. I had expected the Indonesians to win. I thought they had the edge, but no, they did not. They did not play to my expectations anyway. And it just proves my point, as I used to say, if you do not play proactive badminton, but just sit back, try to just defend it, then chances are that you will lose. And here we have the results of the afternoon. Started off with the mixed doubles, where the winners Eddie Subacha and Gloria Vijaya of Indonesia won 21-15, 29-30, 22-20. It took them 11 match points and 76 minutes to win. The second match was women's doubles, where the powerhouse of Xiao Han Yu made the big difference, and the two youngsters won 21-19, 19-21, 21-7, and that was Yu Dongyi and Xiao Han Yu. In the third match of the afternoon, it was the women's singles, and defending champion added on another title here in Macau. It was PV Sindhu of India winning 21-12, 21-17 in 45 minutes against Kim Hyo-min of Korea. That was followed by the men's singles, and Sui Zong, the up-and-coming Chinese young player, won in 64 minutes, and that was his second tournament win of the year, and he won 16-21, 21-13, 21-19 against Wang Wing-ki of Hong Kong. And finally here we saw the men's doubles, and the upset of the day, according to me, where Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart of Singapore beat Angga Pratama and Karanda Suwardi of Indonesia 21-19, 22-20 in 43 minutes. And we are back from this wonderful montage of all the 5 finals of this afternoon / evening. And we are on to the prize giving ceremony. And we are starting off with the mixed doubles.
Bawa Chrisnanta and from Singapore.
And here we have the runners-up from Singapore, Danny Chrisnanta and Vanessa Neal.
2014澳門羽毛球格蘭披治黃金大獎賽混合雙打冠軍嘅得主係嚟自印尼嘅蘇巴提亞同格洛瑞亞。
2014 Macau Open Badminton, part of the BWF Grand Prix Go Series. The champion of mixed doubles goes to Eddie Subatia and Gloria Emanuela with Jaja from Indonesia.
And here we have the winners, the 2 youngsters from Indonesia, former world junior champions, not together in 2 different years.
Now may we invite
Eddie
Mr.
Subatia
Kwok Dat Choi
and
to award
Gloria
them
Vijaya.
medals, flowers and prize money.
Just 20 years of age. And it was a match that had everything. It went the full distance in the second game, all the way to 29 all before the Singaporeans took it to a third and deciding game, winning 30-29. That was all in vain because the 2 Indonesians, they managed to hold on to it and won 22-20 in the third and deciding game after having totally 11 match points altogether.
有請邝生留步同得獎嘅運動員合照留念。
Mr. Kwong, please remain and take a photo with the prize winners.
多謝邝生及再一次恭喜得獎嘅運動員。
Thank you, Mr. Kwong, and congratulations to the prize winners.
And the traditional picture of all 4 players, all the finalists on the podium here, and have all the photographers taking pictures of these happy young people.
再一次恭喜我哋得獎嘅運動員。
Congratulations.
And the next one to follow will be the women's doubles, I expect, as that will be the order of play of this afternoon. That was an all-Chinese affair with the 2 youngsters,
接住落嚟，我哋將會頒發女子雙打嘅項目。
Now
taking
we're
the
going
victory
to award the
against
women's
the more
doubles.
experienced
現
partners.
在我哋有請得獎嘅運動員進
Yao
場。
Kyung and
Now
Yao
may we
Kyung Han
invite the prize
and
winners to
Song
march in.
Chin Sin. Yes, and here we have the women's doubles.
2014澳門羽毛球格蘭披治黃金大獎賽女子雙打亞軍嘅得主係嚟自中國嘅黃雅婷、鐘善恩。
2014 Macau Open Badminton, part of the BWF Grand Prix Go Series. The runners-up of women's doubles goes to Ya Chong Huang and Zhong Qianxin from China.
2014澳門羽毛球格蘭披治黃金大獎賽
One
女子
we
雙
have
打
on
冠
the
軍嘅得主
left
係
of
嚟
the
自
podium.
中國嘅
Here we
歐
have
邦
the
妮
winners,
同于小涵。
which is
2014 Macau
Wu
Open
Doni
Badminton, part of the
on the
BWF
right
Grand Prix Go Series.
and
The champion of
Xiao
women's
Han Yu
doubles
on
go
the
to
left.
Oh Dong-ni and Xiao Han Yu from China.
現在我哋有請張曉光先生為得獎嘅運動員頒發獎牌、
And to
鮮花
finish
及
the
獎
runners-up,
金支票。
Now
We had
may we
Huang
invite
at the
Mr.
left
Zhang Xiaoguang
and
to
Sean
award the medals,
on the
flowers
right.
and prize money.
And it was a very, very tight all-Chinese affair. Winning 21-19 in the first game, losing 19-21 in the second, but then very convincingly in the third game, 21-7. And Wu Dongni and Xiao Han Yu, the winners of this year's 2014 Macau Open in the women's doubles.
有請張生留步同得獎嘅運動員合照留念。
Mr. Zhang, please remain and take a photo with the prize winners.
多謝張生及再一次恭喜得獎嘅運動員。
Thank you, Mr. Zhang, and congratulations to the prize winners.
接住落嚟，我哋將會頒發女子單打嘅項目。
Now we are going to award the women's singles.
現在我哋有請得獎嘅運動員進場。
Now may we invite the prize winners to march in.
And next on the podium is the women's singles, where the defending champion, PV Sindhu, added on yet another title here in Macau. The tall, lanky Indian player
2014
won
澳門羽毛球格蘭披治黃金大獎賽女子
21-17
單打
in
亞軍嘅得主
45
係
minutes
嚟自韓國嘅金孝
against
文。
the big surprise of the
2014
tournament, the
Macau
only
Open Badminton, part
18-year-old
of the BWF
Kim
Grand Prix
Hyo
Go
Min
Series.
of
The
Korea.
runners-up of women's singles goes to Kim Hyo Min from Korea.
2014澳門羽毛球格蘭披治黃金大獎賽女子單打冠軍嘅得主係嚟自印度嘅辛德胡。
2014 Macau Open Badminton, part of the BWF Grand Prix Go Series. The champion of women's singles goes to PV Sindhu from India.
現在
And
我哋
here
有
we
請
have
張
a
建雄先生為
happy
得獎
winner
嘅運動員頒發獎牌、鮮花及
winning her
獎金
first
支票。
title of
Now
the
may we
year.
invite Mr. Ronnie Chung
She
to
was
award
close
the
in
medals,
January
flowers and
at
prize
the
money.
Indian GB Gold tournament, but lost the final to her compatriot Saina Nebel, and now she finally made it to the top of the podium in the Macau Open this year. She has won bronze medal at the World Championship in Copenhagen in August, and that was just another follow-up on a bronze medal from 2013, also from the World Championship in Guangzhou. Amazing, really well done from this only 19-year-old Indian player PV Sindhu, the first Indian ever to win 2 medals at the World Championship, and now she added
Mr.
on
Chung, please remain
a
and take a
title
photo
here
with the
in
prize
Macau
winners.
as well. Well done, and what a finish to this year.
好，多謝晒張生及再一次恭喜得獎嘅運動員。
Thank you, Mr. Zhang, and congratulations to the prize winners.
再一次恭喜我哋得獎嘅運動員。
Congratulations to the prize winners.
跟住落嚟，我哋將會頒發男子單打嘅項目。
Now we are going to award the men's singles.
現在我哋有請得獎嘅運動員進場。
May invite the prize winners to march in.
And next in line is the men's singles. Sui Zong of China,
2014澳門羽毛球
20-year-old
格蘭披治黃金大
youngster
獎賽
the fast up-and-coming player from China
係嚟自香港嘅黃永
and the
琪。
more
2014
experienced
Macau
player
Open
from Hong
Badminton,
Kong,
part of
Wang
the
Qi.
BWF Grand Prix Go
Wang
Series.
Qi.
The runners-up of men's singles goes to Wang Qi Vincent from Hong Kong, China.
But a good performance here from the Hong Kong player.
黃金大獎賽男子單打冠軍嘅得主係嚟自中國嘅薛松。
2014 Macau Open Badminton, part of the BWF Grand Prix Go Series.
Here we have the youngster
champion of men's singles goes to Sun
eagerly
Xie from
awaiting
China.
his place on the podium here. And what a wonderful win he had.
May we invite
Losing the
Mr.
first
Lau
one
Cho-yun to award the
16-21,
medals, flowers and
then
prize
winning
money.
21-13, 21-19 in 64 minutes. And that was actually his second tournament win of the year, as he won in Lucknow at the GP Gold India tournament in January, when he surprised and won against Srikanth from India in 3 sets as well.
有請劉生、劉步同得獎嘅運動員合照
And
留
they're
念
having。
Ms. Lau, please remain and take a photo with the prize winners.
多謝劉生及再一次恭喜得獎嘅運動員。
Thank you, Mr. Lau, and congratulations to the prize winners.
Yeah, it was a wonderful match these two young men gave us. The 24-year-old Wang Qi from Hong Kong to the left, and the 20-year-old Sui Song of China. What a battle. 64 minutes, 21-19 in the third game.
跟住落嚟，我哋將會頒發男子雙打嘅項目。
Now we're going to award men's doubles.
現在我哋有請得獎嘅運動員進場。
May we invite the prize winners to march in.
And the next and final, the last of today's finals, the men's doubles. I think that was the upset of the day when Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart, Singapore, won in 43 minutes, 21-19, 22-20, against Pratama and Suwardi of Indonesia. Suwardi to the left and Pratama to the right here in the picture.
And Karanda Suwardi from Indonesia.
2014澳門羽毛球格蘭披治黃金大獎賽男子雙打冠軍嘅得主係嚟自新加坡嘅克里斯蘭塔同奇亞加特。
2014 Macau Open Badminton, part of the BWF Grand Prix Go Series. The champion of men's doubles goes to Bawa Chrisnanta and Chayut Triyachart from Singapore.
And here we have the winners,
現在我哋
the
有
runners-up
請
from
Mr.
the
Daniel 為得獎嘅運動員
Commonwealth
頒發
Games
獎牌鮮花及
in
獎金支票。
Now may we
August
invite Mr. Venugopal Mahalingam
in
to
Glasgow,
award the medals, flowers and prize
where they
money.
lost to the Malaysian pair. And now they made it one better here at the Macau Open in the men's doubles, beating the Indonesian pair Pratama and Suwardi. Well deserved, well fought all the way. And here Chrisnanta, who we saw earlier for the mixed doubles, where he got runners-up, and Triyachart, born in Thailand and now representing Singapore. Chrisnanta, born in Indonesia and now representing Singapore. So they have the medals, the flowers, the checks,
有
and
請
obviously
Mr.
now
Daniel 劉步同得獎嘅運動
taking
員
the
合照
pictures.
留念。
Mr. Venu, please remain and take a photo with the prize winners.
And the final pictures.
多謝 Mr. Daniel， 再一次恭喜我哋得獎嘅運動員。
Thank you, Mr. Venu, and congratulations to the prize winners.
And this concludes today's afternoon, today's evening, today's finals at the 2014 Macau Open.
Now let's invite all the honorable guests and all the winners to take a photo for commemoration.
And now we will have one final big picture of all the finalists plus all the honorees. And what a wonderful tournament it has been here in Macau since 2006, and now since 2007 been part of the Grand Prix Gold Series, the BWF Grand Prix Gold Series. And here we have all these young and hopeful people. Still many years of good badminton to come, still fighting for the honors, still fighting for the titles. Still so many hours in the training, on the courts, around the world. Good to see. And I do hope you have enjoyed this afternoon with us. Please do join us again when we go live from the Super Series finals in Dubai in just 2.5 weeks' time. It's an exciting week with all the best action badminton has got to offer. From myself, Morten Frost, and the rest of the crew, it's bye for now.